everyone, welcome to Red Carpet with me, Laila Khalid. I have heard lately that London will face 42 days of a heat wave, and then what's going to happen? Of course, we will be so frustrated getting hold of air cooler or maybe air conditioning, just like a challenge is presented to a Pakistani politician. Our guest for today is a Pakistani politician, Raza Haroon. He's a senior political figure from Karachi, Pakistan. He joined MQM in 1987. In 1994, he came to the UK. He has served in senior roles in the MQM leadership. In 2016, he left MQM to join PSP as his first Secretary General and founder member. Raza currently is not associated with any political party in Pakistan, but he is also well known as a senior political analyst and columnist, writing mostly about urban issues. He advocates for a strong local government in Pakistan. Let's meet Raza Haroon. Thank you so much for joining me on Red Carpet. I am so happy to have you on my show.
Thank you, Laila, for inviting me. It's good to be here and discuss whatever we can.
Well, I have lots of questions coming to you. Being a politician in Pakistan, and I was reading about you, that you were with MQM many years ago, and then you left politics. I think it was 2016. It must be a very challenging experience for you being a politician in Pakistan. Tell us about that.
Well, I began my politics way back in 1979 when I was still very young, around 15 years of age. A few people know that I started with Jamaat Islami. Then I joined MQM in 1987 from engaging in grassroots politics. Solving municipal issues of local area. Then I came to London in 1994, still connected to MQM, remained with MQM up until 2016 when we parted ways with Altaf Hussain Saab and we formed our own party, Pak Sarzamin Party, with Mustafa Kamal Saab, Anis Qayyum Khani Saab and many others. We were all founded, around 13 of us were the founder members of this Pak Sarzamin Party, PSP. In between, in 2007, I returned to Pakistan, became the member of Provincial Assembly, then was privileged to serve as the Minister for Information Technology, Government of Sindh, for 5 years, and tried my best. There are certain projects in Sindh which are running right now, like the driving license, the civil hospital automation, Advocate General's automation, and several other projects that we were able to deliver in the 5 years. So really very satisfied. And then in 2019-20, I decided to quit PSP as well. So right now you can consider me as a free agent, a political analyst, a senior political person from Pakistan who from time to time uses social media to express myself, comment on issues, criticize, compliment, and offer my advice, which is free, whether one takes it or not.
You know, when you talk about the criticize and compliment, Pakistani compliments and comments from people on a political background, on politicians, sometimes are very challenging, very difficult, and people can take it to their heart. How do you feel when people write any not appropriate comment on your, say, if you write something about Pakistan?
When you decide to become a politician and when you decide to be a political activist and go amongst the people and speak to them, convince them of your vision, present your manifesto, you take this risk. You know that not everybody is going to welcome you. There will always be a certain element, a certain faction of society which may not be subscribing to your party's manifesto, your views, or your suggestions. So you have to have in mind that there will always, when you have this in mind, you learn to ignore. And then you work on them. This is where your qualities are. You don't always be amongst, people who are praising you, who are already, your supporters. What's the point in becoming a politician? My job, my prime responsibility being a politician is to spend time with my critics. Engage with them. Learn from them. Maybe I'm doing something wrong and they are right. Until unless you engage with the critics, you will never know. Then you become, otherwise you mean you are a very arrogant person. You think you are a complete full person and there is nothing wrong with you. And this is where your downfall starts. So be a people's person, a politician who really believes in solving problems, connecting with people. You connect with your supporters and you make an effort to connect with your critics as well. You need to make them understand your point of view, and let's agree to disagree and still respect each other. So this is what a prime job, unfortunately, in our scenario, in our culture, political leadership is over and above all this, because they have not started from the grassroots level. They are parachuters because their family was in politics. Their dad was the prime minister, their mom was the prime minister, their father was the chairman of the party. So they are automatically following the hereditary process, the familial line of action. The leadership is being transferred. So those politicians will not be able to do what I am saying, to engage the people. A true political worker in true sense, who is rising from the grassroots, will always love to connect with the critics. So this is the key.
But Raza, one thing I wanted to ask you, since I was born in Pakistan, all I see the politicians are either protesting against another politician figure, or they are very busy trying to win the election, or probably in police custody. This is what I'm seeing right now in Pakistan. Still, well, I'm not going to, tell my age to everyone, but I see exactly the same issues in Pakistan. We have so many urban issues like water, sanitation, lack of education, lack of support to poor people who are in need. If you ever come back to politics, what will be your first issue to resolve in Pakistan?
The first issue, the prime focus for me would be to address and try to resolve the issues faced by the common man, every household, which they face at their doorstep. That starts on the municipal functions like the clean drinking water, sanitation, their sewage system, their schools, their playgrounds, their parks, their immediate environment, climate. This is the transport, the public transport system. This is what everybody, when they walk, a common man, working class family, which is the majority of Pakistan right now, more than 80%, when they walk out of their home or they're coming into their home, these are the issues on their mind. They're not worried about foreign policies. They're not worried about their borders, their defense policy. They're not worried about, the foreign exchange rate of dollars. They are more worried about what they're going to eat. How, if their son or daughter gets sick, where would they take her or him? You don't have good hospitals. You don't have good community centers. You don't have good health facilities. You don't even have good schools, government schools. Education, as per the Constitution of Pakistan, Article 25A, demands and commands the government to provide free and good quality education to children of Pakistan up until the 15 years of age. This has to be free and quality education.
So you think that we should probably bring like a United Kingdom system into Pakistan to have a free education for the children starting from 5 years to 15? Yes.
The system is already there. The constitution is already there. The law is there. You don't have to bring anything else. You have to implement it. You have to execute it. Or for that, the prime vehicle, the most important tier of the government which UK has, is the local government system. Here, Laila, the most empowered system is the local government, which controls the hospitals. The local government controls the police even, and the schools. In Pakistan, you don't have a local government. Wherever you have the local government, it's a very, very weak, paralyzed, and subservient to the provincial government kind of a local system. We don't have an empowered, fully devolved local government. So I would say my demand and my wish would be to see in one day Pakistan an autonomous, empowered local government system, just as similar to UK or even as China. That's what we are missing, right? The third tier, that the most important tier is missing in Pakistan.
You know what? I am not a political person anyway, but every time when I see what's going on in Pakistan, I believe that Pakistan is a lost country. They have very unstable politicians. Like I said before, since I was born, all I can see that they're fighting over a presidency, or they want to take over Pakistan, but they don't see exactly what people wants. Like we were talking about the urban issues. There's also a huge issue in Pakistan, which is children under having abusive parents or getting abused outside. This is a huge agenda right now in Pakistan. What would you say about that?
Which is the prime. Yes, there are so many issues. Yes, Pakistan is lost, but there have been episodes of good governance in Pakistan as well. Up until the 60s, you would see whether it's the era of Ayub Khan or even the Bhutto's era, there were certain good things being done. So we cannot say that everything was bad about Pakistan. It certainly after the 70s, the downward trend is really very steep. It's going really fast downtrend. So I wouldn't say that, but let's again, the constitution is very clear. The system is very clear. Pakistan was one of the major developing countries until the 60s. And PIA, let's say PIA was one of the top airlines of the world.
Actually, you are right, because my father used to tell me during the time of, I think it was General Ayub Khan, Pakistan was like top of the list. He was really, really good. And then when 1970, 1980 started, then the Pakistan downfall started.
Yeah. So what, there are so many factors, but two factors stand out. Number one, Ayub Khan, Ziaul and Pervez Musharraf. All three of them, what they did, they introduced a very good local government empowered system. Zia Saab introduced it, Musharraf introduced it, which produced leaders. So many leaders were produced from that system. The other thing which is really the ill of the Pakistan politics, the major damaging factor is the political parties not having a structure, not having any discipline, and the leadership coming from the top, not evolving from the down. So you see, let's say for example, you take, let's say Turkey for example. President Erdogan was the mayor of Istanbul before he became the president. He did wonders in Istanbul. Look at Istanbul today. Then he formed his party. Then he became the prime minister, the president of Turkey. Another good example is Boris Johnson. Yes, he was an MPA, but he then started his career again as the mayor of London. Then he emerged, and then he became the prime minister.
It seemed like a Rishi Sunak as well.
Rishi Sunak as well. But these certain leadership of this world, they started working from the local government system, and then they reached the top. So when they were at the top, they knew exactly what the problems and issues common people is facing. Unfortunately, in Pakistan, just take the name of the leader of the three. Take PTI, Imran Khan Sahib never has done anything in local government. Bilawal Bhutto Sahib never worked a single day in local government. Mariam Nawaz Sahiba, Nawaz Sharif Sahib, they have never been councillors and involved in the local government issues at that level. They are just all leaders by birth or the chosen ones. So you see, we can discuss a lot about what's wrong with Pakistan, but if you ask me two factors, these are two factors right at the top.
Yeah, but Imran Khan, PTI, he was a cricketer. He was never been in a politics.
Yes, but I'm not criticizing Imran Khan. Yes, he was a legend. He's my hero as a cricketer. I love him as a politician as well because what he has achieved. He has involved the educated youth, the women folk of Pakistan. He has involved them into politics. The elite class, which was never political, he has made them into political activists. But because of no experience of running a local government, because of not having the idea of the problems and how those problems are solved at the grassroots level, at my doorstep, that was missing in his leadership as well. So you see, entire his 4 years he was the prime minister. not a single local government election was held. Instead, when the elections were held in Punjab and the local government was restored, they got it stayed from the Supreme Court. So, regardless of any political leader, two important things. They must have experience of grassroots level politics, municipal functions, municipal bodies, local government, and they should not be planted. They should not be there because of their family. They should be there because of their experience, their work, their struggle as a political worker. These two are missing elements in our politics. There are certain parties, NPM was one of the parties where people used to, progress from the grassroots level. Jamaat Islami is a party where people progress from grassroots level and they become leaders. The leader of Jamaat Islami, Sarajul Haq Saab, today, he's not a wealthy person. He's not from the elite class. He doesn't have any family background leadership. He's now the leader of the Jamaat Islami. So middle class leadership emerging in political parties is a good sign, which is missing in Pakistani politics. You see, a certain someone who has got huge mansions in London, huge houses in Lahore, huge homes in Karachi, how can they ever be, connect with the poor family? How can they even connect with the working class family? Because when they have not even spent a day going through what they go through. So a middle class leadership, a lower middle class leadership, an educated leadership. One of the solutions of how politics in Pakistan can improve.
Pakistan politician they are like a public figure, and we see them living a very handsome lifestyle. We don't know exactly how they are behind doors. Do you think that they have some sort of personalities? Okay, I'm going to ask you this question. How are you when you are not in politics? Do you have any activities? Do you like music? What's your favorite food? Because all I see, they're just protesting. They are going to election. They have serious faces, or they're like a mainstream media. People are taking their pictures, and that's all I see. I don't see their personalities.
Everybody has a family. They are all friends, whether in PTI, People's Party, Muslim League Noon, Jamaat Islami. They're all friends. They all have friends, family life. We get together. We are normal people.
Do you laugh? Do you have jokes? Apart from talking about politics,
laugh and everything. We are human beings, normal human beings. It's just that when you are doing politics, when you are in a talk show or in a seminar or a debate, yes, then the ideology is.
Then the politicians are really sober,
Yeah, but everybody is fine. Everybody has a life, and the families meet up and they get together. So,
if you're ever giving a choice, PTI, People's Party, and I forgot. Sorry, you can just correct me. Nawaz Sharif Party. Which one would you choose?
Right now, I wouldn't choose anyone. I have done almost around 35 years in politics. I've been into politics, and I don't really need a political party, to join a political party. What I would like to join is a vision. Any of the parties who have a vision for urban development, city-centric politics, people-centric politics, who wants to make a difference. All these parties are becoming traditional political parties. If you look at the leadership, at one time or other, most of them have swapped over. So what I would be interested in the future, as a vision, would be someone who is talking about the local problems. Someone who is interested in making the local government, the third tier of the government, an absolute devolution, having the constitutional protection, so that like the National Assembly, the Provincial Assembly, local government is also fully described as a Chapter 4 in Part 4. You described it, you added, you amend the constitution just like India did in 1992. They had the same problem. What they did, they introduced a whole chapter in their constitution and included local government. Now it is constitutionally protected. So I would like to know, join or work with the political party who is interested in strengthening the local government system.
I mean, when we talk about local parties, joining our local parties, and if they have a vision or strategies for Pakistan, again, I don't see anything right now developing in Pakistan apart from people are protesting outside Nawaz Sharif house, screaming at them, disturbing the neighbors. I mean, we are Pakistanis.
I don't think that's the scenes outside Avonfield House and protesting in Nawaz Sharif, and it's loud.
They are so loud.
So
The first thing when I
loud,
go like,
so using abusive language and shouting for no reason. This is not the way to protest. And once again, you may have differences. You may not like Nawaz Sharif Saab, but on the street, you are demonstrating Pakistan. And Pakistanis are, shouting for no reason in central London. Everybody who would be watching it, I even see a councillor there, begging them to not to do it. So this is basically, at the end of the day, no matter who wins, whether Nawaz Sharif wins or these protesters wins, Pakistan is losing. We are losing on our image. We are losing on our way to protest. We are losing, people watching would, they might not even know who Nawaz Sharif, you would go there, why are you shouting? Where are you from? And they will say, we are from Pakistan. Close, chapter close. Pakistan ka image is gone.
exactly, that's what
Pakistan
I'm
ka
doing.
image is damaged. And you have done so, and why are you exactly doing it? This is London. If you want to protest, if they really want to protest, they should go protest in front of the Pakistan High Commission. That is an official residence or official building representing Pakistan. If you have issues with Pakistan, go there. Making a protest, a loud protest, shouting, bad mouthing, using abusive language in front of a building where Nawaz Sharif Saab may be living on a floor, but there are surroundings, residents are living there, and they are getting disturbed. And at the end of the day, Pakistan ka image kharab ho raha hai. So
That's why I was going to say that it was very horrific experience for me, because every time when I go social media, I see Pakistani people coming from different cities of UK and they're sitting on the floor, and they actually bring their kids as well, and they're literally forcing their kids to scream and protest for
what do they want to
Imran
achieve?
Khan.
Go and ask them. What do you want to achieve?
They already made
Nobody's going
Nawaz
to-
Sharif family famous.
Nobody's
You see
going-
them, they are fine.
Nobody's going to arrest Nawaz Sharif.
Exactly.
UK is not going to deport Nawaz Sharif. Not happening like this. If this is the way, then the authorities in UK will not going to deport it. You cannot register a case against him. Why are you doing it?
And
Exactly.
and recently I've seen a video.
Just because I know why.
Yeah.
One of the reasons is this social media. I see kids, young boys and girls, they make their videos, they upload it for the views, retweets and tweets and likes. That's all it's achieving. Nothing else. There's no discomfort to Nawaz Sharif Saab. He's not going anywhere. He will go when he wants to go. So just for a few clicks, for social media hype, for being famous on social media, whether I can write it down that nobody of them would even know what issues Pakistan face right now.
I was coming to this question anyway. I was thinking that so many people protest outside Pakistan High Commission, outside Nawaz Sharif house as well. And I can guarantee you that majority of them wouldn't go Pakistan, spend time and resolve urban issues like we were talking before. They would rather be here, but they will raise their voice for Pakistan. They haven't done nothing for Pakistan.
Yeah, there's so many people. I do respect their right. It's not that I don't respect I do respect their right. I also respect their feelings, their allegiance or loyalty towards their leadership, whoever they belong to. I do understand that. But at the end of the day, this is not serving Pakistan at all.
It's the Pakistani people who are suffering.
Having this chaos on a central London street every other day, definitely not serving Pakistan. Like I said, I don't know who is winning, who is losing, but definitely Pakistan ka image is losing.
Definitely, you are so right. I was thinking because they go and protest there. You are fine in UK. I feel for Pakistani people who are actually living in Pakistan and have to go through all these issues and difficulties and face those challenges.
The precedence is bad, Laila. The precedence is bad. What will stop somebody else protesting against some other Pakistani politician living in UK? You know, what stops PMLN doing so? What stops People's Party doing so? You know, everybody has got workers here. Everybody got supporters. Maybe not in hundreds and thousands, but everybody can gather, you know, a sufficient amount of their supporters and stand in somebody's house in London. So this is not your. London is not your political arena. This is not the ring bout to have your boxing match. Go. Pakistan is where you should do that.
Can you imagine, you said boxing, if we put Pakistani protester and Nawaz Sharif family in the boxing, can you imagine? If they have boxing match there,
No.
or Imran Khan, Nawaz Sharif, or Shahbaz Sharif, and Maryam Sharif.
What they
Well, I
should
will
do,
leave Maryam Sharif because I think...
the important thing to learn is that, you know, this political uncertainty starting from the 2020. First there was COVID. The whole world was suffering and faced the consequences, economic consequences, political consequences. Then 2021-22, this vote of no confidence in Pakistan. So COVID was immediately followed by a vote of no confidence, then floods. It was floods, devastating floods in Pakistan.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, it was
So-
really bad.
So you see the pattern, the difficult times for Pakistan. No time for politics. No time for petty political issues. In such times, in great nations, when they are faced with such hardships, COVID,
Then flooding.
uncertainty, floods.
That's right.
Your resources are being eaten up. In such testing times, you unite. So I would have loved to see one picture of Nawaz Sharif, Imran Khan, Shahbaz Sharif, Asif Ali Zardari, Bilawal Bhutto, one picture in one room, Maulana Fazlur Rahman, Sirajul Haq Saab, all other parties sitting and demonstrating to the Chief of Army Staff, Chief Justice of Pakistan, let them all in. Have a big meeting. Your country is faced with trouble, you know. We are faced with natural disaster, political uncertainty, economic disaster. We have so much. The 22-33 crore people of Pakistan are suffering. Let's sit in this room, keep on agreeing to disagree, leave our disagreements at aside, vision for Pakistan for the next 5 years. We all agree. The nation would have seen that picture. Imagine.
It would be so beautiful.
It would
Pakistan
be
is such a beautiful
so uplifting
country.
for everybody, the business, the industry, the economy, the people, the youth, name any subject. They would have seen, oh, they are all together for us. At least they have put the difference for us. So, nothing happened.
There's so many people are blind to see that if they all sit together and make a strategy of Pakistan to make that country strong, but they will still go and do the protest
your
for the
differences.
individual politician as well.
You see, Imran Khan Saab is a test cricketer. And in 5-day test cricket, there's a day for rest after the 3rd day. You rest for a day. So, rest for a day, yaar. Aap sab log rest for a day. And rethink, stop. You're all going too fast. You're in nowhere. You got no direction. You're walking too fast without any direction. Sit, stop, take a rest day. On the rest day, sit together, have a sip of coffee, tikka shika khao yaar, niyari shari khao, and then have a rest day. All of you sit together and think, yaar, we are, because of our tug of war, because of our struggle of power between each other, the country is suffering. So let's sit behind. One day, take a rest day, and just this rest day is for the people of Pakistan. I'm sure they are all patriotic Pakistanis. I have got no doubt about anyone. Not Imran. Imran Khan is a wonderful person. He loves Pakistan. Nawaz Sharif Saab, 3-time Prime Minister. Zardari Saab has been the President of Pakistan, one of the most wicked and experienced politicians of Pakistan. If they sit together and combine their intelligence, combine their experience, Pakistan would be fine.
You are so right. Well,
But would they? Would they for Pakistan?
that's the question.
Are they willing to do this for Pakistan and the 220 million people of Pakistan, 240 million Pakistan? No, they're not. So the people look at why the people don't take interest in politics. Why should they? You are not demonstrating in such testing times that you can sit together for us. Leave aside your political differences. So the people say politics is bad.
Oh, it's so nice talking to you. Raza, thank you so much for joining me on my show. Do you have any message from our audience who are watching you right now?
Well, no, no
Give
message.
a nice positive message.
The only positive message will be that, Pakistan is good. The land of Pakistan is good. The people of Pakistan are good. The happenings are good. There's so many economic opportunities. Everything is good. So don't create an image or don't get confused watching some politicians and thinking that is Pakistan. That is not Pakistan. Nobody at the regional level, the community level, nobody is fighting. It is only these political leaders fight. So yes, what you can do, what we were discussing with Laila, the last point note, I landed with, and with note, whoever you follow, whichever party you follow, ask your leadership to sit together with other political leadership and think about and resolve this issue and bring up a solution. Unity, sit together, bring a solution.
Well, thank you so much for watching me today on Red Carpet Show, and I hope you would have enjoyed the conversation between me and Raza. Next week, I am bringing a British Asian boxer. I will see you next Wednesday. From me, goodbye.